this is the crazy raptor with the crazy hairdo that literally just woke up like a couple minutes ago. So, this is just a chill random stream that I just want to blab about, and maybe somebody can come in, go on too. Hopefully my thing's not breaking up either, because the number cap here keeps on going down. But I've been thinking since Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is going to be releasing literally next month, that I should probably bring out my Wii U and get my fun back in business. What batteries do I freaking have in this? I don't know. Or Zelda are dead. And maybe bring some playing of Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3 back in business. I don't think I'll play 1, but I do want to try playing 2. 2 is actually pretty fun. Echoes is really complex, unique, and very twisty tie on the entire experience. And it is crazily great. 3 of Corruption is nice. It's also very crazy and just like that. But yeah. I've beaten all these already, and they are great games. I only really beaten once. I didn't really do the hyper mode or any hard mode things like that. But I'm mainly just, once it's done, it's pretty much done type of guy. Because sometimes it just gets too annoying for doing something too much, all that jazz. But anyways, I haven't played Metroid Prime for Metroid Prime series in a freaking long time, so I know a few things, but I don't know where all the stuff will be and whatnot, so this will be fun to actually interact with. And hopefully I'll be able to later on get Metroid Prime 4 and play that to show off too, but I don't know if I can guarantee that. I am looking forward to playing Beyond though. I've been really dying to play the next Prime series game. And I even have Federation Force. I know, but what the freak is my eyeball? Holy mollies. Ugh. It's hair, I think. So yeah. I even have Federation Force. Oh my gosh. Oof. That a lot of people... Oh my gosh, it's still stuck in my freaking eye. Oh. For the 15th time, I have Metroid Federation Force that I played too, but I haven't even beaten Metroid Federation Force. But I found it very cool, because it's on the 3DS system. I know that sounds kind of pathetic because it's on 3DS system and shit like that, but I mean, just getting the graphics pretty reasonable on the 3DS system and getting the entire gameplay scenario like that is pretty nice. Like, you're talking about a huge deal of playstyle for the Metroid Prime series, and it's pretty wow. Like, and along with details, I mean, when we saw Metroid Prime Hunters, that was like freaking insane. Bringing that to the DS pocket size, I mean, it was kind of graphical too, but it was also like, wow. I'll take a coffee off for a second. And look at this guy. I still have my original 3DS. Yeah. That bad boy has been with me for a long time. And it still works. And I still have my multi-cable. It's I have to somewhere find where I put that. But the Metroid Prime series in whole has been very cool. I haven't even completed Hunters either. I have to admit on that too, because Metroid Prime Hunters, I got to this area like at 11%, and I was just like, what? Where do I go next? What? I kept on going back and forth, 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 back and forth. And I was literally like unknown of what I was supposed to do. So I kind of just gave up with that. But I did like Prime Hunters because like the entire intuitive and the graphics work and such forth was really great. They really put a lot of effort for all the Prime games. They weren't just like, you know, let's give it somewhat details and jazz like that. Like, for instance, the most of the Prime game, Metroid games, not Prime versions, are all side scrolls. I mean, that's pretty cool and whatnot, but it doesn't really show the level of, you know, unique graphic details and all that stuff. The only one that I think actually did that in a bit was Other M, and I know everybody's gonna bash Other M because it's just like, ew, yeah. But I found Other M to be a little nice because of that first-person viewpoint. But other than that, I didn't really like most of the other side-scrolling games. I played the first remake, which was Zero Mission, I think. No. What was it? Yeah, I think it was Zero Mission for the Game Boy Advance. I mean, it was okay, but it was not very great. I mean, there's a lure and everything to the entire Metroid series and everything like that, and I get it. But the play style is just not my cup of tea. I'm not really into side-scroller games much. I mean, the only one I really would play and enjoy and have a kick blast would probably be Super Mario 3. And maybe 2. 2 I didn't really like as much as 3. 3 was more better. But 2, I just don't really have a great feeling with that game. I mean, it's got a good gameplay. I will say that, but I hated the ending. The ending was just really, really bad. Like, you find that he's sleep. Your entire playthrough is just him sleeping, and he wakes up and goes, huh, oh. And it's like, wow, okay. That makes a huge accomplishment just go. I mean, I was like so bummed. I was like, dude, that's it. That's just where the entire scenario of him we're doing is just him dreaming. That's just wow. Ouch. But 3 was better. A lot more better. And so back to the Metroid Prime series, I would say that the Prime series has been really good out of all the games, but the only reason I haven't completed Federation Force is because not only is it a little tough, but I don't know, something just kind of stopped me from keeping going after a while. Unmotivated or something like that, and I just kind of gave up playing. But it's a great game for the Prime series. I mean, sure, it's not a full-on Prime game in a sense, because the biggest reason for the Prime series games is the adventure to it. And Federation Force, I will have to agree, doesn't really have that adventure feel to it. It more just has that, okay, you do this, you go that way, you go that way. That's it. It's just you do the mission, you move on to the next level. You do the mission, you do it on the next level. It's not something you go back and forth and try and figure out the complexity of this and this and this. Basically just drop down to a level and you do this part, and you get back up, then you drop into another level area. It's not as prime-ish as all the other Prime games are, where you're actually there and you have to come back to a state that you already were previously, and then get that item, then you can progress forwards. Like Prime Hunters 1, 2, and 3, all those had that little kind of trait that you had to go back and forth on the Prime games. So Federation Force was cool in the graphics wise and the uniqueness to it, but just did not have that full-on adventure mode. And I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of people hate about it, is because it really didn't have the full potential of the Prime series games at all. It was more just like, It looked great, it felt great, it played similar, but didn't have the full adventure feel to it that Prime series game does. Like for Hunters, for instance, that gets your mind boggling like crazy. 1, 2, and 3, the same thing. Federation Force is more just like, okay, you're just going full force for back. You're just going full force forward. That's it. Boom. So it's kind of meh of a game. Plus the headache of getting all the the levels just right so you can get enough points to progress to the next level, which is not something any Prime series game has ever done. So yeah, just kind of bad in that department. But gameplay wise, it's still pretty cool. The graphics wise is nice. But yeah. So, I don't know. I've been thinking of returning back to playing some Prime games again before 4. And hopefully when I do get 4, I'll be able to live stream that. And it's not going to be through HDMI or anything like that. I know everybody has that capabilities and whatnot. It's all just going to be boop, like this, pointing to my monitor. So it may look ugly, it may look a little bit washed out, crap like that. I'm sorry, I don't have the resources of that and such. Hey, if you want to send me some, that'd be cool. But I don't think anybody would. Not to mention my computer is pretty screwed up also, so using a graphics capture card I would have to use through the computer and all that stuff to be able to revert all that crap too. So yeah, it's not very great. So you'll just have to deal with video output like that. But it should work very well. Which I'm going to do the same thing for 1, 2, and 3. I have the trilogy, and I have Metroid Prime 3 on disc versus the trilogy, but for the trilogy, I'll just, play the trilogy instead of having to use this at the same time, because, yeah. And the trilogy you can get for the Wii or the Wii U, and you can play it like that. And that's pretty cool. I don't know if they have the trilogy for the Switch systems, but I know that they did the remake for number 1 on the Switch systems, which is pretty okay, but not really great. I think they did away with some of the good stuff for the series of the system when they upgrade the graphics to make it look more richer and sharper. One of the biggest details that I believe they went away with was the lighting and darkness effect feel for the entire game. The grittiness of the fog and depth really made the game feel spooky. And because it was dark and foggy or light and foggy, it really made the game pop. But in the remake, it doesn't have as much spark in that feel effect. The darker areas are lighter, the lighter areas are a bit darker. There's not much fog. And the one biggest thing that still annoys me, plus with even the Beyond 4, which is really obnoxious, I don't know why they did, but with the arm cannon, instead of having it just like slightly kind of feel like it's glowing. They instead made it go. I mean, it's not a big deal. A lot of people aren't really going to bother with that little small detail, but I just found that detail to be super obnoxious because it's not something you're going to be like looking. Oh yeah, that. On her arm cannon, like on, you can obviously see on the normal games that her arm cannon is just barely glowing. But on the remake, it's like obnoxious, like it's like, dude, really? You had to make the arm cannon just super obnoxious. And they did it on the Beyond, so yeah. So I guess we're stuck with it. But whatever. They want to do it like that, I guess screw it. Just need to tell too much. But hopefully in Beyond, we're going to have a lot of stuff go on. And maybe even a free world ability. Instead of being like confined to such and such levels, we'll actually be able to jump from our levels or even fly our own ship to locations and whatnot on our own. So hopefully that will be cool. And hello. Because Beyond is quite a secretive game that's been being made for a long while, ever since the Wii U has came around. We all been dying for Metroid Prime 4, but they hesitated for a long freaking time. And I mean a long freaking time. So, yeah. And I thought the game would be a little bit more Spark-like and more HD, more kind of realistic graphics and jazz like that. But they still kept it kind of similar to the way it was with all the other games. Kind of not so much, but pretty decent graphics, but not so high-end like realistic graphics. So it still has that nice, cool GameCube feel graphics with a modern exterior or whatever it's called. So Treyarch definitely, Retro Studios definitely did pretty well, and Treyarch also. So we'll see how that plays through, but from their entire past, they have been only Federation Force they haven't made. So for Hunters 1, 2, 3, and now 4, they have made all those games, and they have their reputation pretty doggone well created with that. So it'll be pretty cool to see what they pulled off their four game. And my thing is choppy as piss right now. What the freak? And my kill bites is way low. Yep, I'm losing data flow. So, but they better have something pretty unique for Beyond 4 of new playstyle, fun abilities, and jazz like that, and also the map wise. We better have like 4 times more playthrough or something like that, because yeah, we have been really dying for a Metroid Prime 4 game that's been like basically flipping amazing. And even though with the phase on gone and all that stuff, we're still expecting something unique. So, Beyond better be freaking amazing with its aspects of everything. Because that's what we expect in Metroid Prime series. Because they have a reputation to make their game freaking amazing. And it's been great. So, Beyond better be very great. Would stream or not Prime 2 and 3 before the month, then ping me on comments down below or whatnot. I probably will. I might mix it up during Twitch or something for now until YouTube. But yeah, tell me what you think of that. Peace out.